Hey everyone, my name is Jamae Jackson, In the Nose Senior Beauty Editor, and today I am joined with Dr. Yates, a board-certified hair loss expert who is also going to talk to us about postpartum hair loss. Why do women, more often than not, experience postpartum hair loss?
Once you get pregnant, you start stimulating these hormones that are female hormones called estrogen and progesterone. They actually protect your hair from shedding. But after you deliver, these hormones drop. It starts to shed again. But to you, it seems like, oh my God, I'm losing all my hair. It's shedding too much. But what really has happened is all that hair you would have shed during, say, if you weren't pregnant, it's all kind of happening at once. But the good news is nothing to fear. It will grow back.
Let's say that someone has gone on and had their child, and now they're figuring out, how can I strengthen my hair, maybe add some volume back to it, maybe thicken it a little bit. What are some ingredients, especially in their hair care products, that they should be looking for?
Well, first and foremost, you don't want to do any, you want to do sulfate free, especially if you're talking about ethnic hair. You know, our hair doesn't have the same oil structure that non-ethnic hair does. You want to use a volumizing shampoo. You want to use a volumizing conditioner, and you want to use something that adds some oil to your hair. Argan oil or Jamaican bean castor oil, those type of oils which don't have a smell and aren't very gummy, to give you a base so your hair won't break.
What do you say for people who might say that they're a little apprehensive about using a hair oil because their hair naturally is a little oilier?
What I usually recommend, especially with Afrocentric hair, you should wash it when it needs to be washed. When your scalp itches, obviously when it doesn't look right, or, but you do not have to wash it every day to make your hair grow. It'll actually do the opposite if you do that.
I have personally found, especially with having locks, that I can train my hair to go longer periods of time in between washes. The first few times I might have an itchy, flaky scalp, but over a period of time, it's like my hair adapted. And so you can definitely train your hair.
And if it itches a little bit, as long as you're not having major dandruff, then you use something like tea tree oil. It's a natural anti-inflammatory in it.
So one thing that I also think about a lot, especially when you're thinking about trying to strengthen your hair, is styling. Obviously for women of color, a lot of us use protective hairstyles, but everyone might throw their hair up in a ponytail or try to manipulate it with a hair dryer. For those suffering with postpartum hair loss, what are your tips for styling?
They're going to be more leery for good reason, because it seems they're losing hair and they have no control of it. But just knowing that their hair will come back should give them some comfort. But having said that, I wouldn't do any styles that create any tension on the follicle, because you don't want to add fuel to the fire. No traction, tight weaves, tight braids, or even taking your hair back and making it go back so tight. So I would just be very gentle with my hairstyles.
When is it time to see a dermatologist?
If you deliver, you had great hair, and then you don't have good hair, and your child is 1 year old and your hair still looks bad, then you should see a dermatologist.